But you haven't by any chance kept up with your swordplay.
I pawned that years ago.
You hawked a Hattori Hanzo sword.
Yep.
It was priceless.
Well, not in El Paso, it ain't. In El Paso, I got me $250 for it. I'm a bouncer in a titty bar, Bill. If she wants to fight with me, all she's got to do is come down to the club and start some shit, and we'll be in a fight.
I know we haven't spoken in some time. And the last time we spoke wasn't the most pleasant. But you've got to get over being mad at me and start becoming afraid of me, because she is coming, and she's coming to kill you. And unless you accept my assistance, I have no doubt she will succeed.
I don't dodge guilt, and I don't chew out of paying my comeuppance.
Can we just forget the past?
That woman deserves her revenge. And we deserve to die. But then again, so does she. So I guess we'll just see, won't we?
Yo, what's going on? NPC The Game live from Taiwan, the real back rooms, District 13, Shaolin, all that. Good to have you. It's Friday. This is day 5 of 5 consecutive days of streaming at 6 p.m. Eastern. This 1 hour slot, and it's kind of like the first leg of the completion of this 5-day-a-week streaming in the morning. So hats off to me and you, Wiccan. I see you in the chat for supporting me and coming by, listening to what we have to share about what's really going on. You know, using these planets as a way to give us some focus and awareness of what might be going on in our day-to-day mundane life. What's up? So you say your son had his birthday? Happy birthday to your son. So he must be Gemini. Yeah, that cool Gemini energy. Looking at the brighter side of things, I like it. I mess with it, I'll say that. Yeah. So yeah, thanks for letting yourself be known. I encourage anyone that's in the chat, you can say what's up. That's what we do, right? When we kick it at somebody's crib or house. So yeah, Venus and Aries, the socialite. Venus will be transiting Aries from April it has been transiting Aries from April 30th and will end on June 6th. And we're gonna get into. We had a little bit of the Bride, Kill Bill lore. The Bride, Beatrice Kudo, definitely resonates with that Venus and Aries chamber. All right, what's going on, Shadow Buddha in the building, bitch? What's up, big dog? Chilling, man. Good to have you. Yeah. So yeah, Shadow Buddha got the Aries under the Aries chamber. So he knows about this Aries energy of no nonsense, in your face, no fluff, action oriented. A lot of times those Aries they look very courageous and whatnot because they just rush in there when most people would be cowering to the side or be afraid to open their mouth. Aries don't have a problem with that. Seem to have a problem with that, which I respect. Yeah, Vedic wise, I got a rising sign Aries, which makes a lot of sense because when you know the parameters what you're dealing with, it makes kind of like the way you roll here on Earth a little bit more comfortable and gives you a little bit more purpose and direction when you got that knowledge of self. So yeah. I like this Aries. Anytime that the Aries is in a predominant transit, yeah, I get pretty amped up. Yeah, first of all, when we talking about Venus, definitely you hear the astrologers talk about love. That's the planet of love, how you want to be loved and whatnot. And we automatically think romantic love. However, this love you can love a variety of things. You can love a certain way of thinking. You can love a person, right? For sure, right? You can love an activity. You can love a hobby or art, or like I said, or just a way of being, right? You can love going to war a certain way. Mars, right? So when we think of Venus, you think about the archetype of the goddess, right? With that said, when you combine it with Aries, the warrior, among other things, you get the warrior goddess Aphrodite, and in more modern terms, you get someone we know about. You get the bride. Yeah, what's going on, Hank? Good to see you, man. My brother, how's it going? Good, good to see you, bro. Yeah, so when you get the goddess warrior, you get Aries. You get that Aries and the Aries and Venus. Someone that goes to war, but they do it in a beautiful, graceful way. And I definitely saw that with Beatrice Kudo, who's played by Uma Thurman, right? Because like her character definitely was involved. She took a lot of risks and made a lot of bold moves, and she expressed herself in a way that a lot of times didn't even involve words. You know, back to Venus real quick. Venus is an interesting planet because all the planets have certain because the houses, when we call the houses or the mansions, those are the areas in your life, particular areas of your life, like appearance, what you value, how you think, how you nurture your home, all that. Like it goes on and on, like 12 different houses, right? Those are just kind of like a breakdown, an archaic breakdown of your personality, whatnot. And like when we say transit, it means like the planets are moving through this area in the sky, which represents a part represents where that planet was in your birth chart and how it relates to with those symbols. So we're talking about symbols, man, and how they relate to us here. So um, when a planet, when we say a planet feels at home in a certain house, an area, or a sign, a planet feels at home in a certain sign. That means like that's the planet that's a tribute to it. Like for instance, Venus is the planet for Taurus and Libra. This is why the Libra folks in general, you know, they have this very like loving, comforting, or even kind of artsy, aesthetic based way of doing things or presenting themselves, right? So Venus feels at home in the sign of Taurus or Libra, and it feels how do we say it? Debilitated, the opposite of at home. It feels debilitated in Scorpio, right? Which is the opposite of Taurus, and which is the opposite of Taurus. So people with Mercury and Venus and Scorpio may feel a little bit have to work a little harder to in terms of what they love, dealing with what they love. I got that placement, but it makes for an interesting life for sure. And so we can say Venus feels at home in Taurus and Libra, but there's also another thing called exalted. That's another kind of way of saying it at home too. Exalted, actually no, exalted means where a particular sign does best, right? And Venus is exalted, or the sign of Pisces is exalted in Venus. Pisces vibes and energy fits really good with Venus energy. So think about when something's exalted, it means like when you're out of the house, like when you're at Disneyland or at the club, you can have a lot of fun, right? But sometimes you want to come back home. You don't want to be out all the time, right? You feel may get bored at home sometimes, but sometimes you want to be away, right? And one thing where Venus, if it feels exalted, feels great in Pisces, it feels horrible kind of, or hard, it has a hard time in Virgo, right? In Virgo. And that's what we call it, where we say it falls, where that planet falls, like in a not very comfortable place in Virgo. This is why in general sometimes that Virgo energy, they may find it difficult in terms of love. I've noticed with some Virgo charts that those people may feel weird when you try to give them some type of love or understanding, and they like push you away. A lot of times Virgos, they have problems with their nervous system. Virgo rules the nervous system. They're kind of flighty and like anxious and gets like kind of like they get scared easy. They're just kind of like not comfortable around loving things and whatnot. But in Pisces, that energy tends to do very well. But in Aries, Venus in Aries, like this transit we're talking about right now, that's kind of like not a at-home place either for Venus or Aries, because Aries energy wants to like, go to war sometimes, or even just push the envelope. When I think of Venus and Aries, I think of like, if it's like a dude, it's like that guy, if he sees a girl like on Instagram or Facebook, he's gonna go like, and he sees like a lot of dudes talking to her or something, he's gonna go try to talk to her if he feels inclined to, right? Whereas another sign might ease back a little bit because they're like, hey, this girl has like all these suitors and whatnot. You don't have time for me. No, and Venus and Aries energy, they're like, no, I'm going to go after it. I'm going to charge ahead like the ram. Some of the women with the Venus and Aries, they might not be necessarily the most attractive, right? And beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. But come on now, we know some standard points of beauty. They may not mean the most conventionally beautiful woman or cute. However, they think they are a lot of times. and they won't be denied if they want something. So what's up going on with that Venus in Aries? Any comments about what's going on with that? Or are we just if you have any questions about that, give me your donations are always appreciated, and if you give me a donation, I'll definitely read your give you more in-depth look into the transits and how it's going to affect your rising sign or sun sign. But if not, you can just share anyway without a donation as well. So let me know some shit. What are you talking about? Oh, your internet keeps going out in and out. Okay, it's all good. But yeah, Aries and whatnot. Oh, matter of fact, I want to get to this real quick. Address this real quick. I was yesterday. When I was sleeping. I got a text I got a DM from Cynthia saying that didn't say anything. It was just a link to her live, and I guess she was after I talked to her later on. I guess she wanted to invite me, or Yolanda invite me to their live. So I didn't get a chance really to watch it. I watched some of it today because I think I was brought up again. I guess my name in a derogatory way. So this is so I think I'm just gonna see this real quick. Hopefully it's not too bad, Ben. And once again, like Ben, you might hear some stuff that's kind of messed up about people, your mom or dad, but you probably won't listen to this until you're older. But anyway, just letting you know, man. Let's see what they have to what's going on here on this clip. So this was a show I was invited to go on. Right? It's called Trigger Words. What are they good for? Chicas Locas number 5. So this is the Mad Chatter and What's Up, Cynthia. So let's see what they had to say on this show I was invited to go on the panel.
Sometime back when I was
Wait, okay, so Luma Tommy's on here. Okay, so they wanted me to go on a show broadcast with Luma Tommy. So let's see what they had to say.
Oh my gosh, Alex, that's hella funny. We need to start making that a hashtag.
What did it say?
That's clever.
Tommy, whenever you're saying the N-word and somebody's really offended by it, or you just really push their triggers, do you stop, or do you just like, no, you're gonna get over this today? I'm gonna learn you.
Okay, so this is the context, I guess. They're having a discussion about using the N-word, hard R. I don't think anybody here is black either. It's a white dude and two I assume Mexican women.
It's up to the context, and it's very rare that I actually offend someone. The biggest crybaby.
So you said it's very rare that he offends someone when he uses the N-word. Okay. Let me see. Trying to think. Okay.
Be about it out here who has been told and briefed and is still crying is Nigger PC.
Okay, so he said Nigger PC. Okay.
He's still mad. Call me a bigot and shit. I'm like, dude, I
called him a bigot. What's the word? What's the word bigot? What does that mean? Meaning of the word bigot. Bigot. A person who is intolerantly devoted to his or own opinions and prejudices. Okay. I see. Hey, what's up, lizard tree? What's up, leopard? Okay, so this is a broadcast I was invited on to go to yesterday. I mean, I probably would have. I mean, not not that I probably now I probably wouldn't have gone on it knowing that that talking like that about me, but if they probably would have gave me in a timely manner, I probably would have showed up. You know, so let's see. But it was like at 3:30 a.m. I was asleep.
It's up to the context, and it's very rare that I actually offend someone. The biggest crybaby about it out here, who has been told and briefed and is still crying, is Nigger PC.
So I was briefed. I think it was his brief. He said, it's been such a long time since I talked to him. Yeah. He said the reason, I'm paraphrasing. I think it was like the reason why I used the N-word. This is Tommy, I'm paraphrasing, like, is because I'm trying to, I guess, desensitize people, black people, from that, from being offended by that word. And I go, okay, I've seen this program be done before. I've seen people try to do this, like white people, like I've known, right? And didn't seem to work out too good, because I doubt those white people who are trying to desensitize black, quote unquote, black people, original people from the N-word are saying that to their face. Yeah, they do it like on the computer, right behind the screen. So that was his debrief. Is telling me he's basically trying to desensitize the people and just overwhelm people with that word, so they're not triggered by it, as they said, right? And I said, okay, I get it. I mean, I'm working on being on there, raising consciousness, just being aware, being a decent human being, and I know, like, words are a funny thing. They're very real, but they're also involved in making this construct we live in. So it depends on, like, the individual feeling, quote unquote, feeling they get, right, when you say these words. Because if you say words don't really matter, they're not charged, and especially someone who, like, loves the Bible, and they're gonna be like, what are you talking about? That's like my whole being, the word, Or if you say something about someone's kid that died, or dog or cat that passed away, and they feel really, their mom or dad, they probably feel really angry or sad, or all those mixed extreme emotions, if you were to in a mean-spirited way, use words to offend them, talking about their dead loved ones, right, or pets. So anyway, yeah, so I think that was his debriefing to me when we talked about this, because there was a time there for a few months that we would talk offline on the StreamYard, some decent conversations for sure, but that was a debriefing, and it's like, I get it, like, yeah, they're just words. However, when somebody points it at you in a bad way, in a mean-spirited way, what I mean, they're gonna feel some certain type of way. Most people, not all people, right? And I can move different levels of, I can put the restrictor plate on myself, on my emotional management, or I can let it off freely. But I don't really think Tommy in this case is really going around and saying that to people's face, black people's face, right? I don't see it. What's up, KJV? Right? So this is a show that I was invited on, London, at 3:30 in the morning, to go on their panel. So I'm just seeing what they were saying.
Flow state, and then say, hey, if you're tired of incest, it's flipped. And even the flow state one in Thorpe's one back in the day, I got
Tag.
what did it say?
Speak us. That's clever.
Tommy, whenever you're saying the N word and somebody's really offended by it, or you just really push their triggers, do you stop or do you just?
So London in chat, they're asking a white dude his reasoning of using the N word and how frequently he does it.
Like, no, you're gonna get over this today. I'm gonna learn you.
It's up to the context, and it's very rare that I actually offend someone. The biggest crime.
Tommy said it's very rare that he actually offends somebody when he says this. Yeah. I want to see like when he goes live to go up to somebody and say it to their face. Black people. I never even seen a black person on his stream before. I mean on his vlogs, his live streaming vlogs. Never seen it before. He says he has these black friends, but where are they?
Baby about it out here who has been told and briefed and is still crying is nigger PC. He's still mad. Call me a bitch.
Okay, so you said N-word PC. So yeah. So this is the show they wanted me to go on. Okay. Good morning. Hey, what's up? What's up? What's going on, man? We're gonna drop it down to lower consciousness for a second. This is like a lower form of tabloid consciousness. Talking, just addressing something. So yeah. So he just called me hard R, and nobody says nothing. Let's see. Or maybe they do.
I'm like, dude, you've been debriefed on and offline.
Okay, nobody said nothing. Okay. We get it. They're okay with it. Silence is complicit.
And when you call me a racist bigot, yeah, it makes you a liar. And
chat, put a 1 in there if I'm off base, if someone's constantly calling me a hard R wherever they go online, bringing up my name, and then always, for the most part, always using the hard R. Could that person be, well, maybe they're not a bigot per se, but at least are they doing bigotry activities? Put a 1 in the chat. Yeah. Yeah. You want to drop the link? Okay. Venus and Aries, the bread. Thanks, Lizard Tree. It's thanks for your input. A 5 in the chat. Yeah. You said a 1. What the Lizard Tree said, he is a bigot. Yeah. Yeah. What's up, Patrick Bateman? There's the link.
It shows how triggered you are. And that's exactly the point he doesn't get. It's like nobody cares, NPC. Nobody cares that you're black. Nobody cares that you went to.
Nobody cares I'm black. Okay. I'm actually, I guess, if we want to keep it for the, for the people that can't have two thoughts in their head. Yeah, my dad is black, quote unquote black. He's from Mali. Yeah. Well, dude, this is probably like the last time I'm going to be explaining myself. I feel the need to explain myself. I don't know. I just want to put it on public record, and people are saying these things. Yeah. I also have another, a mom whose family's from Spain and Mexico and Ireland. So yeah. So yeah, you can call me black. That's cool. That's how you see me. And you said nobody cares. I mean, that's fine, bro. Nobody really should care about that.
Overseas to Taiwan to marry some bitch.
Whoa! What's that? Okay, let's see.
Nobody cares that you went to overseas to Taiwan to marry some bitch.
Some bitch, huh? So you say you're calling my wife a bitch. I see. All right, duly noted. Duly noted. Okay. If I'm not mistaken, I got married in Monterey, California. My wife's American. I don't know, man. Supposedly this dude, he's a straight shooter and all that shit, but like, I don't know, man. What's up, man? What's up, London, man?
Yo, what's going on? How you doing, MPC?
I'm doing well. I'm doing good, man. I'm glad you came up here. Good to talk to you. Always a pleasure to talk to London, man. Lay low.
Lay low. That's it. Yeah, I mean, even though it's a late night, but by your standards, this is the early stream for me.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
I understand. So yeah, you caught me just before bed, so I thought I might as well smoke one before I go to bed.
Perfect timing, man. Because these are quickies, man. I mean, this is day 5. I'm kind of proud of myself of 5 days streaming in a row at 6 p.m. Eastern for an hour about like my daily forecasting. And astrology is the main theme. However, we talk about how that relates to all aspects of life.
Yeah.
So we had that Venus and Aries. So this is funny because Venus, like what you love and stuff. I love my wife, and like that was pretty wild, bro. This guy called my wife a bitch. He doesn't even know, he doesn't really know anything about her or anything.
Oh,
the funny thing is, he probably could have known, but he never really asked. when we used to talk.
Who called your wife a bitch?
Did you just hear that? Listen, Tommy.
No, I missed that part.
This is from like I think last night or something. These Cynthia and Yolanda, they wanted me to go on their show. I guess with him, I didn't.
Call me a racist bigot. Yeah, it makes you a liar.
First of all, he said he's not a bigot. I mean, you know what a bigot is, right?
Who, me? No, explain a bigot to me.
It's someone that constantly uses derogatory terms based on someone's race to demean them. People,
yeah.
Or group.
I can see how that would possibly suit the description of Tommy.
Yeah. He'd definitely be moving like one a lot of the times. But so he doesn't agree with that. Okay, your opinion.
And when you call me a racist bigot, yeah, it makes you a liar, and it shows how triggered you are.
They call me a liar. Okay.
No, hold on. I hold on. This is always tricky. You see what he said there? A racist bigot. I mean, I wouldn't. How can I put this? Can you be a racist and a bigot, or just does the bigotry cover it all? Is it an umbrella for all of it?
I think you could. I think a racist is someone specifically a bigot. It's a type of bigot. Specifically deals with race. So I guess in that case, yeah. I never said he was racist. I don't really use those terms.
Yeah,
because I believe the races are probably manufactured when it comes down to it. But anyway, that's another story. But yeah, that's his words, dude. But bigot, yeah, man. It'd be like if I've known, like, this is how crazy this shit is. You can be a bigot on astrology tip. I see people in the astrology community, they hate Pisces. Anything they're like they like shit on them, and they say all this wild shit and prejudge them and all this shit. That's like a bigotry towards that. But I don't know, man. When you start,
I feel like when it's game time. I feel like when it's a game time, that's when Tommy turns it on. But someone like Steven, it's just who he is.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, both of them are pretty out of pocket, but I would say that in terms of levels, I don't know. I guess Tommy's a person that, like, you kind of like you can deal with him more, or at least interact with him more than the person like Steven. But in terms of like being mean spirited, and like he always used to say, he's like, as long as I'm not pointing it at you, that's when I really do think, though, they're kind of like on the same level, but they just have different modes of doing it, being like that.
As long as I'm not pointing it at you.
Yeah, exactly. I remember, and that's probably, I'll take an L on that. That's my fault in a sense that, like, I did let him know. Don't get it twisted. He wants to write the narrative like I like I always like co-sign them, like it's okay to say that, call people that. I never said that, you know. I never said that's okay to call people that. I just like listened to what he had to say about his reasoning. I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, I could put that, you know, I don't agree with it really. No, more like this. I don't think it works because I've done that in my own way. I've told folks from the community, black folks and stuff, like, yeah, you know, it's you know, it's just a word.
Hold on, the fuck. What the hell did you just say there, bro? Community. What the
Community? Oh yeah. You ever heard me say that before?
No. That's
Yeah,
cold.
shit.
That's cold. Wow.
You like that?
Keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep going.
That's the, you know, the community is the melanated original people, right?
Yeah.
Quote unquote black people. For you lunkheads out there using the crown box still. Yeah, the community.
Whoa.
You like that? Yeah. I
That's
shout out to
cold.
the Back on Fig in LA. Those
That's
dudes,
cold.
they came up with that shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, you gotta take that one, London. The community.
Yeah.
But so no, I talked to folks in the community about like, dude, like this, you know, words are constructs, they're spells, you know, and they make up this. It is true, right? It is just a word. However, that word is very charged. And you know, and like folks, let's get it real, but majority of folks, if you go to Brixton, right? If I go to East Oakland, and or if he goes to and starts calling people hard R's and shit, do you think they're gonna be like, thanks, man, for trying to desensitize me to that word? What do you think's gonna happen?
Oh man, you're gonna leave out the way how he came in this world, bloody and screaming.
It's exactly, and that's if you're lucky, huh? I like
That's
that.
if you're lucky. The screaming part, that's if you're lucky.
Yeah. Yeah, because like he says that he's gonna do all this, like, you know, he's like he makes black friends after he says that and stuff. But I've never seen them like in don't get me wrong, you can have online friends for sure. I haven't even really seen the online ones. I've seen like maybe like one or two black people's on his panel before, like me included. But it's like, are they really your friends though? You know, it's like it's fucking weird.
Yeah, no, I mean, I got white friends, I got black friends, and none of my white friends or black friends act like any of these people on the YouTube that go 100 miles per hour.
Yeah,
they go 100 miles per hour. They got no chill on YouTube. It's wild.
No chill. You're right. You're right.
They're not working. Well, majority don't work, so they're just
don't. Yeah.
Scheming and just doing a madness. So I just stay away from it, man. I take back the love and just do me, man.
You told me, man, and I appreciate that was one of the best friendship moves you made, advice you gave me, bro. He said, ease back, man. Don't give them so much love, man. They don't deserve it. You know?
Real talk.
It's true. Yeah.
Real short.
Yeah. So yeah, I was just looking at this. This is because my thing is like there was a whole like a stupid little melodrama yesterday of like as I contacted Cynthia on the DM. It was like, hey, you know, I didn't see this show, but he said my name again with hard R. Like he's like keeps doing that shit. And on her broadcast, and I was like, hey, it's like, what's up with that, man? It's kind of, you know, I just said like, dude, that was disappointing that you didn't say anything. I thought we were cool, you know, need some pushback. That's all I said, right? And then she was like, we should talk about this in the DM. We should do. She's like, we come on the LTW show right now. I'm like, that's what I was trying not to do, you know. I was just like telling her how I felt. It wasn't like I hated it or anything. It's just like I'm telling you how you know. I just want to let it be known, you know. Right? But then it became this whole big deal because it was like, you know, on the stream. Because like, dude, I guess I'm wrong. I'm learning from this that I guess I'm wrong that like, you're right. YouTube is different because normally if like me and you are somewhere and somebody's, you're my friend, right? You're not there and somebody's talking mad shit about you, saying like some really out of pocket shit, and I don't say nothing, you know, like, or at least leave or something. That's kind of, you know, that's to me, that's like something I would hope that you would do for me or whatever. But and somebody might say that's a covert contract or whatever, but that's gang shit. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's it.
it is what it is, man. It is. The people just move different. I'm learning here, huh?
That's it, exactly. They
Yeah.
move very different, and it shows. And I mean, what comes to mind as well? What I got to keep remembering. Even though I'm getting on, compared to most of these people, they're much older than me. So it's a
Yeah.
different type of language I'm talking. You understand?
Right.
Different settings, very different when we're stepping. They don't really understand the way we step. So I take that into consideration, the age gap between us. But some of them try to ride the wave, and it shows. I respect them for that because they can see, I know they got a bit of that. They the how would you call it? The experience in the veins, they understand. But then some of them it's a lost cause, and I stay away from the lost cause, the broken ones.
Right.
When I go live, I try to just keep the people that's not really in the drama, that's into different stuff around me, because I only entertain the drama when I get the chopping block out. You understand?
For sure, on your own terms, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Other than that,
Yeah.
it's flying.
Yeah, it's like a blessing. Like, that's why I'm like, whoa, London Man's here, bro. He's asking for the link. I was gonna give it to you anyway, probably, but like, that's not. I don't take that for granted, because you don't do that for everybody. So, because there is something sacred about, because this place is so volatile, you kind of have to do it at your own house or mansion, right? Because if you don't, like, you could get fucking, what they call it, bamboozled, or trapped or set up or something. You know what I mean? Like, that's why. But like, I feel very safe when I go over there. Your community is great. They're very supportive and loving, bro, and smart as hell. But like, and I hope you feel comfortable here. You probably wouldn't be coming up if you didn't. But yeah.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
it's gotten to the point where it is where it is now. Anywhere, eyes are watching, regardless. If they're not watching now, they're watching on the replay, right? So
right.
where is
Nothing's
safe?
lost.
You understand? But I ain't gonna nothing to hide. I talk my shit regardless. Couldn't give a fuck who it is, as long as they just say it with their chest when they got something to say back to me.
Right.
That's it.
Exactly. Yeah. What's up, Dennison?
Yo.
What's up, man?
So then,
we got a chest out. We're just reviewing this stream I was invited on in the middle of the night. I didn't get the link till I woke up, but so I'm just checking this shit out.
And that's exactly the point he doesn't get. It's like, nobody cares, NPC. Nobody cares that you're black. Nobody cares that you went to overseas.
I mean, they should.
I care.
Okay, you care. Nobody. He's not a nobody.
I care.
Maybe he's a nobody that knows he's a nobody. That's why he's a somebody. You, London Man. That's my way around that. That's my way around that. Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah.
I prefer the term Blackanese.
That's a new one. I like. Was it Blasian? That's what Ben is, huh? Among other things. Yeah. Yeah, but Blackanese, that's like hood shit. That's community shit. Right community. So nobody cares. So he says nobody cares. Okay, that's fine. I'm not asking you, bro. Like I was saying, that he's disregarding the whole half of me. My mom's Irish and Spanish blood. Like, come on, Mexican blood, bro. What the fuck, man? That's okay though. You don't have to do that.
Well, your blackness is the issue, right? Because
that's the issue. The blackness. Yeah. I don't know. Like Dennis is like, I was telling.
I caught some of this. I think I was on the panel or something.
Oh yeah, at another panel where that spilled over there. This is before all that, so I didn't even see this. Yeah, because it started because I remember I told you, Cynthia. She's like, I gave her a DM. She's like, I don't want to talk about this privately. This is sus.
This is first of all content. That's what she meant by sus.
I know, but I'm telling her use the right word. You don't call if you're gonna go there on the race a black man fucking gay. I have to say something about that shit. Like, bro,
It used to mean suspicious, though.
that's what I.
It's-
Yes, exactly.
It's become zesty. It's
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know what she meant, but hey, man, I'm trying to make it right and exact. But anyway, I went over to OTWs, and then I talked to her about it, and then they were talking about it on her stream, and then Flowstack said something like NPC's a bitch or something like that. Like, so I went, I was gonna go up there anyway, but so I had another reason to go up there. So I went up there and we talked about it. But the whole point is, this is like, I get it, bro, what they're trying to do, like this higher consciousness, because I've been there, bro. Like I was telling London, I told people from the community before, like, we can't get so triggered on this word and this and that. But I can still understand why majority of people, I have compassion for them, like how they're still maybe stuck on that level, right? Because that word does have a lot of charge to it and whatnot,
Those people
So
shouldn't be encouraged or coddled, though. They suck.
well, that's your opinion. I think yeah. I mean, that's true. I kind of like, I feel you like that, but not everyone's willing to go hard like that, And I've spoken to people about this before for years and stuff. So, but I get it.
They're always hypocrites too. The words are war people. It's only the words they don't like.
But here's the thing, bro.
It never works both ways with those people, ever.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, maybe
it
may be true.
Me myself, when people even attempt to use that word of me online, I giggle behind the camera.
Right.
I giggle because I know what they're trying to do, and I'm just not with it. Yeah, so I just giggle and I'm like, yeah, all right, cool, nice.
See,
No, yeah,
people
I mean,
like that should rule the day, in my opinion. People like you.
For sure, dude. And I laugh at it too, to a certain extent. But it's like when someone's going around like constantly like being mean spirited, it's like bringing my name up doing that. I'm gonna, every now and then I might feel inclined to say something about it, and this is, that's why I do say something.
Oh yeah,
sometimes.
definitely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it shows how triggered you are, and that's exactly the point he doesn't get. It's like, nobody cares, NPC. Nobody cares that you're black. Nobody cares that you went to overseas to Taiwan to marry some bitch.
Okay, so like what I was saying, like he called, like, why you got to go there? You call my wife a bitch? Okay, I see it. I see how it is.
Bitch. That's crazy. Yeah. Someone's backstage.
That's wild, right? That's pretty wild, bro. Duly noted.
Tommy.
Hey, mild or not, bro? For NPC, like, I'll just leave it at that, man.
I mean, look, to be honest as well, it's not just some bitch, is it? I mean, you've kind of introduced her somewhat to the community. Like we
she was on my broadcast.
There you go, significant other. So we know the ins and outs. You understand? So it's not just some.
Is this he the first guy to call your wife a bitch on the internet?
I don't know, Tommy, man. But the point is that he did do it. Like, I don't know. Maybe he's the fifth, and I never even like really. But the point is, like, I have time today. You know what I'm saying?
The Lumatami is a well-known mod spook. He sabotages conversation all the time. Rebecca. In addition, we've been in this conversation for about 6 months. He was backstage when Snafu Snaps threatened to lynch me, get people to lynch me on Jack Talcott show the last day of last year. I asked him directly for him to apologize and to get Snafu to apologize, and he just refused. He just said, "Oh, it's a joke. It doesn't count. It doesn't matter." But I said I was directly offended by it. So he just doesn't give a crap about other people's feelings. He just want to be a zebra cultist and try to terrorize people so he can control the narrative, control the universe. So he doesn't give a crap.
Yeah, man. Kind of like builds on what we can see. I think most people can see. Thank you for sharing that, Hank. Lots of people can see that, and so yeah, in the end, like, because in the end, it's like, who cares the fuck what he has to say? But like I said, I got a little time today.
Apparently.
Well, no, yeah, for sure. But I'm saying I have time today to deal with some stupid shit. That's all. Yeah.
It's your
Nobody
world,
cares that
boss.
you're making
I'm
them
just in
time.
it.
I know, but a lot of times it just seems like you're just being a contrarian to be contrarian about everything. Sometimes
Me?
sometimes it's like, yeah, you. Yeah.
And then you think this is an example of it?
Um.
You spending your time on Tommy? That's a wise and productive and interesting way to spend your time.
Oh, well, I mean, it seems like a lot of people aren't even. So, like I said, I got time for it. London want to know what's going on, so this is what we're doing. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a
That
bit.
was kind of that didn't really address my question, but okay.
But no, but I said to you, you do give like a pushback like constantly a lot of times, which makes us stronger in a sense. I was acknowledging that to you.
Constantly or against like making Tommy the center of your stream?
It's not,
And
I'm
then
trying to
even
get
really
through
not
this.
that much, just a little bit.
It's not even, dude, this is not even that much of it. I'm trying to get through it, so it's not the time of it. Yes, I'm focusing on him.
Oh,
and there
well, you
probably
could
is
just
better
close
things
it
I
and not
could.
talk about it, and it would take even less time. Sorry if that sounds contrarian.
I didn't hear what you said. What'd you say?
You could just close it and not talk about it at all, and that would take even less time to get through.
But I don't want to. I want to talk about this, dude. So
I
this
see
is what
that.
I'm trying to do right now. Got it? Got it.
Teacher. But I'll work with it all. I'll show it as they do it.
He's just reeling out all that trigger.
He dropped a super chat on Jax yesterday to say this is why black people don't come around. They feel awkward around these bigots. And I immediately went up. I said, Jack, did you know he was in?
Hey, London, that's funny because you went up like I think like the next day or something like that.
Yeah, I was recently on Jack's trolling Steven.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like you went because I don't know if you heard me say that super chat. Yeah, because I know we were talking about that, how like some of these spaces kind of make kind of uncomfortable a little bit, you know, because of the weirdos and whatnot. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In my backstage last night until I ended the show. Like he sat in my backstage and I ended the show because if he comes up, I want to give.
Dude, the other day when I went backstage there was like the first time in like months. It's because he literally called me out. He's like, NPC, why don't you ever come up here? And I went back there and he didn't even bring me up. And then he ended the show. So it's like, okay, you say that, like he always has this big sticking out his chest, like people are afraid to come over here and sit on the couch and all that. But dude, okay, he came over there. You just, you didn't bring me up. But it is what it is. Yeah.
Give him that whole show because I know we'll go at it. And he's acting like he don't come around the next day after he sat in my backstage. That dude a front. He fake. He fake ass nigga.
Do you
So
think
did you go? I missed out on this. Was this a panel that you all were on with each other that happened at NPCs, or is it you were in the chat or?
What? Marco said he does not say the N-word on Jack's channel.
Oh yes, he does.
Yes, he does. What's she talking about? Yeah.
Oh yes, he
Can
does.
you guys give you a little bit of a background?
Marco, I definitely say the N-word on Jack's channel. I call him a cracker ass nigga all the time.
No, I'm talking about NPC.
Right. Before I answer that, I also wanted to follow up, still answer Cynthia's question. Actually, Cynthia.
Yeah. So it wasn't like the whole show. I just wanted to address it because they're bringing up my name. They invited me to the show, and
what the ladies invited?
I wouldn't have gone.
Invited me to the show. The Cynthia and
you would not have gone.
No, I would have told them I would have laughed if they invited me to a show like that. Like that would have been my response was LOL or like a laughing emoji.
No, I didn't, dude. I was just, dude. First of all, I was asleep when she it was at 3:30 when she sent me the link, and then I think she went on right away. And
I'm
and
pro
she,
Tommy's grift, by the way. Like, I like that he uses the N-word. I'm all about him, like getting people to talk about him just because he's a shock jock. I just didn't expect it here, and I was just giving my opinion about what I thought about the situation, not necessarily trying to be a contrarian.
Okay, well, maybe I jumped the gun. Thank you for saying that. No, but you said, what did you wait? Back it up for a second. You said you like him using the N word.
Yeah, like I like the way that all that stuff he does just to piss people off and get them to talk about him.
Okay.
Hey, Denison's different, you know. He's a mind fuck. This guy is a mind fuck, bro. He's different.
It's
No, I
just
mean,
the way God made me too. Like I
I can
get a lot of
understand
people.
why.
Yo.
No, I can see his train of. I think I can follow his train of thought. You know, I was raised on Howard Stern and Mad Cow Muller and all the other, you know, shock jocks. But the way the internet is nowadays, dude,
It's
what Howard Stern was doing in private parts is nothing compared to
it's also in
what the average
protest
homeless
too.
person can do with their shitty ass camera phone.
It's also in protest too, though, the N word especially. But most of
Mhm.
his, like, whatever you want to call it, because I honestly don't know. Like I don't claim to know Tommy. It's a very superficial experience. But whatever that is, he might call it bit non bit. I don't know. I hope that's not offensive, Tommy, if you're listening. But I think he says the N word and does these other things in protest, and I agree with it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, dude, like I said to him before, like, I get it. He has a method to his madness. I said, I just don't like it. Well, I said that before. I just don't like it pointed at me.
Yeah.
Right. And he did until he did. And now I'm even changing the way I don't really like it.
for sure.
I don't even like it really pointed at anyone. And that's my opinion. And I'm not saying he shouldn't say what because he's a man, I guess. So so he could say, you know, whatever he feels, right? But you know, this is what I think. And I never co-signed the word N-word, like white people using that. Fuck that shit. But I can understand. But I mean, you're gonna do what you're gonna do. Like you want to poke a bear, you can poke a bear.
Yeah, I think
But
we should like have it like a national holiday, like N-word day.
yeah, it's called the Reconstruction South. That didn't go too well. It was like a year.
It got us
like
here.
Yeah.
I think he's a performance artist, though. Like I don't take it seriously. You know, I don't. Do you feel harmed or hurt in any way by what he said about you or did to you?
Do I feel hurt? No, but I just don't like people like do like mean spirited things directed towards me like that. Especially
I
like
agree.
that word. You know what I'm saying? I don't. It's just weird to me.
Mean-spirited
Like
things
this
are
is why
intended
they
to hurt
have.
people.
Hold on, doc. This is why they have like probably why they do have the beef sector and the black manospheres because it's just it's like having two different dimensions of conversations with people or yeah.
I
don't know,
agree with you
man.
about the mean-spirited part. You would say when someone does something mean-spirited, the intent is to hurt the other person, right? To harm
Oh,
them, even if it's
absolutely,
try
yeah,
to, even if you
yeah.
put it in the parlance of our times and we call it make you feel some type of way, which you know anyone who's using that terminology, watch out. But yeah, so do you think Tommy is trying to hurt you?
Probably, bro. If he's smart, that's what people who are about it do sometimes, bro. When they say things, if you're gonna use strong language, it's not. It's like if you're gonna use a pistol, you ain't gonna just shoot it in the air. Even though he did that the other day, you're only gonna pull it out if you're gonna use it on somebody. So same thing when you say very
That's what I
loaded
mean.
words. Yeah, so he
But
probably
that's
was
what I
trying to
mean.
hurt me or whatever. But
Okay.
you know, you got to
Well,
ask him for that. I don't know if he'll talk to you because no, probably
well,
now he will. He'll like this. He'll say like Denison's gets it, even though he called you a
no.
ball wash. He called you a ball washer the other day.
No,
Was
he
chilling
doesn't
on
give
that.
me much leeway or grace.
Yeah.
I've agreed with him in the past. Well, that's where
What's
our
up,
tree
Justin?
of thinking splits apart. I think it's right there.
Yeah.
I
What's
don't
up,
think he's
bro?
trying to hurt you.
I mean,
Okay.
look, I've known Tommy for the longest out of all of us, I think, right? So I remember when Tommy even first started off, when I used to have him around me, I didn't really have a problem with the words that he was using to a degree, but it was the people around me that it was offending, right? A lot of people was like, look, I'm out of here. They weren't really rocking with him. You
Holy
know,
shit.
I
All right,
didn't
wait,
really
hold
have
on.
a
I'll rock with
clue.
this person. Sorry to interrupt with $20. Thank you so much,
Opa.
Lizard Tree.
This is a $500 plate dinner. Good night.
Oh, 500. Oh, okay. All right, no problem. Here, put us down for 4, in case we want seconds.
Yo, Justin, what's up, man? What's up?
I'm
What's
high
up,
as-
wanking wizard?
I'm high as a motherfucker.
It seems like, yeah.
Hmm?
You're making that art. Yeah. This motherfucker, what the hell is that? This
It's like my
guy used
AI
his fair
character.
share of the N-word. In his
Which one?
you.
Which word?
The N-word, right? That's what
Nepotism.
we're talking about.
Oh yeah,
Nepotism.
narcissism. Yes.
Narcissism, yeah.
You want,
Justin, what do you think about
on that subject? You know what I realized today while making
what's
music?
that?
That
What's that?
Heineken,
Mhm.
it's pretty close to high. What I can't say anymore.
Yeah. But you can't say
That's
anymore. Yeah, it does sound like that. It does sound like that for sure. Yeah.
What are we talking about? I'm on X. I'll solve all your problems.
You're on X to solve all my problems. Okay. What's the best
Yes.
advice you can give somebody right now?
Okay.
In general.
Oh well. Okay. Yeah. In general, we all know we're at some crazy time where
Mhm.
at any moment everything could go wrong, right?
Yeah.
So, like, there used to be like conspiracy theories and shit. Now it's just which one is more true than the other one, right? And bro, don't worry too much about your personal shit. Just have fun. Just laugh
Mhm.
because maybe tomorrow or maybe the next day it's going to be shit. So don't worry.
Right. Or you just might go away. Yeah. And not come back. Or you might just
And
not come back
you
again.
can
Yeah.
you can worry your whole life about something and then it doesn't happen, right? So you
Yeah.
wasted all that time. You actually created that what you didn't want, right?
Mm-hmm.
You anticipated it. Whatever, bro. Just be happy. Life is fucking weird.
It is. Yeah, that's good advice. I like that. I mean, I
Don't
really
take it
truly
serious.
I'm gonna probably listen to that again. That was good. Buddha was a
Don't
comment.
take
He
it
says they
serious.
want to act all stoic and unbothered as high consciousness snobs or slobs, but they don't understand that acting like slobs and snobs and victims for attention is the opposite of higher consciousness. I think that's what he's gonna say. I'll co-sign that for sure. Yeah.
Who's
All
acting
right,
like a
man.
victim for attention?
Hmm.
Look,
Who's
you have to
acting
take
like
your
a victim for attention?
Who?
Who?
Who's acting like a victim for attention?
That's what I'm saying.
Saying who?
Me,
Who are you talking
you.
Yeah,
about?
who?
Who? Not me. You.
who? Me?
No. Who?
No, I said who are you talking about? So, me on the panel,
By the
someone on the
rush
panel
hour
in the
skit.
chat.
That's what I was
Who are you
asking.
talking
Yeah,
about?
who?
No, I'm asking you, bro. You didn't
I didn't say it. What are you asking me for?
Anyway, dude.
No, he was asking who.
Yeah, who? Like you talking about?
Not who.
You said-
You.
No, this is like who's on first. Hey, Dennison, what the hell happened the other day, bro? I went in your Discord and like I went in there. You having the marathon in there, right? Star Trek, and were you zoned out or something? I was like, hey, what's up, man?
I don't
did you
think I
hear
was
me?
in there. No,
I
I
hear
didn't
you.
hear you.
You're dude. It said you were watching Star Trek or something like that. Like, and I went in there. Maybe
Well,
you
I mean,
left
it's-
and went to do something or something.
Yeah, it probably says I'm in there right now. You know,
Oh,
I'm over
okay.
here.
Because I was like, dude, you there, man? What's up? Yeah, but I guess that's why people think you never sleep because your damn Discord thing's always yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, I gotta bounce. This is actually went over a little bit. Hey,
you wanna see some?
What's
you
up?
You wanna quickly show something before you shoot off?
How long is it?
About 3 minutes.
I gotta go.
All right,
Sorry.
say no more. Say no more.
Sorry, man.
Stay.
Yeah.
All right, peace out,
All
everyone.
right.
Much love.
All right. Hey, London. We gotta fix that Telegram shit, man. because it's not locked in. Fuck. Oh, he's got to go. Okay. Yeah, I have to go. Actually, I would have definitely showed it. All right, Dizzy Dennison, appreciate you, and I'll talk to you soon, man.
Peace.
Peace. All right, Justin. We
Yo.
out. Well, are you gonna be up or what?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Ben to school right now, man.
Oh yeah, cool.
All right, peace, guy.
You got a good chance.
I have a good chance or what?
Yeah, I think
have
so.
a good channel. Huh? Yeah, and you have some great art. I'll talk to you in a second. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah.
Fuck, bro, we're looping. I'm going crazy. Okay, yeah. No,
What's up, Joe? Cool. Yeah. All right, guys.
Yeah.
I'll see you in a second.
I'll be on later. Say bye to Ben, bro.
All right, peace.
Later.
Yeah. So this is Venus and Aries, the Socialite, April 30th, June 6th, Kill Bill, #1, The Bride. Peace out. You haven't smoked, Joe. That's good, man. That's a good change, man. Clear head. Lizard Tree, thank you for the very generous donation. Dennison and Justin, just hang back for a second before I go. I'll talk to you guys in a second. Oh yeah, this has been a Monday through Friday daily astrology forecast, and we completed week 1. We have a stream, Italian brain rot stream, Carlos Castaneda, Crowley. Stream coming up on Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. So check it out. That's a full stream, probably 2 hours open panel at the end. But then we're right back at it on Monday with the daily astrology forecast at 6 p.m. So with that said, appreciate everybody coming out. What's up, Margot? I didn't say hello to you. Good to see you. Yeah, man. I'll say this: disrespect is definitely a test, and being faithful doesn't make you good. I'll talk to you on Saturday, God willing. Peace.
And